What's up, guys? My name is TK, and I'm back with another episode of Black Mama Muse. I want to thank you guys for everything that you're doing. This is the first video episode. Yay!
Number one.
And with me today, I have my guest, Chandler.
Hello.
He is sickening. I'm telling y'all. He's coming for necks and everything. So
Get your glue down.
okay? So this episode is all about raising queer kids. It's a part of a series, the first episode of a series, and it's raising queer kids. So I have Chandler here today to give us some expertise on that.
I only know just a little bit. I've only been a card-carrying homosexual for the past 8 years.
So with that being said, before we get into the episode, I just want to let you guys know that I am so thankful for everything that y'all do. All the shares, the likes, the comments, everything. I'm so grateful. Yes, a round of applause. So with that being said, we're going to get right into the episode. Okay, so we're going to get straight to it, Chandler.
Let's do this.
How would you define queer?
Queer is any person that falls under the LGBTQIA plus community, or queer for short.
Right. So anybody.
Yeah, if you fall under that umbrella, it's just a quick way to say you are not straight, air quotes. It doesn't specify what you are, it just lets you know, hey, I'm not straight.
So does queer, for my followers, does queer mean gay?
Gay, bisexual, not straight.
Right. So is queer only with sexuality?
No. So think of it this way. A trans person is a person that identifies as the gender they weren't born. So a trans man is a person that was born female that identifies as male, vice versa with a trans woman.
Okay.
Just because you are trans does not mean you are gay. It means you are not part of the binary, so cisgender, heterosexual, but it does not mean that you are queer. I know plenty of trans men that are still attracted to women, and there are plenty of trans women that are attracted to men, and there are trans men who are attracted to men, and trans women that are attracted to women, like that.
Right. So basically gender does not have to do with sexuality in those two perspectives.
True.
Okay, so with this next question, Chandler, we're going to get a little deep.
Get your bonnets ready. We're going in.
Okay, so with you personally, can you tell us a little bit about your coming out story?
I really wish I had like this really deep, heartfelt, emotion-filled story, but it's so bad. My mom caught me watching porn. It gets worse. It gets worse. At the local, public college's computer, my mom's like, what's this? I'm like, it just pops up. As you do.
You talking about Parkwood?
No, Dak. I'm from Danville.
Oh, okay.
And so we walk out. I'm like, Mom, I think I'm gay. And she's like, okay. There really wasn't much about it in the situation then.
That's it. Okay.
She was just like, so you had me lie to them? I'm like, self-preservation?
So what would you say about your mom's response? Do you feel like that was a good way or a bad way to respond to you?
I would say a good way, because she didn't make it a big deal as in be like, you're gay, get out the house. It was just, I guess, more of her annoyance.
Right.
That being said, there have been times in the past where I tried to tell my mom I was gay, and she'd be like, oh, you don't know what that means.
Right.
I know what this means. Yes, I may have been in middle school, but I knew.
Right. You knew you liked little boys, or boys, you know you liked little girls. For the cis and straight people, you knew what you liked in middle school.
Oh yeah, I was very well aware. And like, even looking back to like kindergarten, there were different stuff where I was like, y'all didn't know? Like,
I was giving queer then.
And I'm giving queer now, just unhinged.
Right. Okay, so you said that your mom's response was a good response. Tell me a couple of don'ts for responses for parents when they have queer children coming out.
Anything other than, okay, I love you, cool, reassuring them that I still love you. Because something that I think that needs to be unpacked is if your response is anything other than, okay, I still love you. What do you want for dinner? Why is your relationship with your child suddenly changing based on the simple fact that they're queer?
Right, right. How does that love just go out the window?
Right.
Right.
And a lot of
that
it,
ain't real love.
I know a lot of it stems from religion. And this is why I tell people piousness, and for those who don't know what piousness is, it's religious, and goodness do not go hand in hand, because it'd be the very people that teach God is love, this, and like deep in the church, that the minute their child's like, hey mom, I'm not straight, oh, out the house.
Yeah.
And why can you sit here and preach love, this, that, and the third, and then on the flip of a dime, your child tells you they're queer, and you kick them out? I don't see how that is conducive to like your religion that you're teaching.
Right. They teach to love everybody and do as to others as you would do unto yourself, but then as soon as somebody tells them something that they don't agree with, it's like, oh, well, you're banished. And that's not the love that Christians or, religious people are supposed to be given.
Because like when you think about it, your child is still the same person from jump. Nothing has changed. They're just now telling you, hey, I'm not straight, which sucks that they have to tell the parent. I guess one point would be, let your child know from jump, and you don't have to be like, I don't care. Hey, honey, I love you if you're gay. Right. Just let them know that however they choose to be, you love them. And when you say you love them unconditionally, mean it. Because don't say you love them unconditionally. And then the minute they tell you they are anything other than straight, things shift.
Yeah.
Say it with your chest. Mean what you say and say what you mean.
Okay, because I love my baby broke, bent, all of it. I love her the whole way. So, all right, Chandler, my third question that I have for you is, what are some private and public battles that queer people or queer children may face?
So one of the biggest private ones is accepting that. Because there are still so many people that struggle with that internalized homophobia because they are queer. And there's such a stigma around it that they can't tell anyone because, oh, if I tell people, they're going to think less of me, which is also a public struggle, telling people you are not straight and then watching everyone just shift.
Right, right.
And then just society in general, if you're not, cis het, white, if you're anything other than that, you already have a struggle, which is, I think, something as a black person you would understand. It's the battles aren't too different. Mm-hmm. And the fact that now we are at the bottom of the barrel because it's easy for anyone else to go, hey, yeah, I may be X, Y, or Z, but I'm not, black or I'm not queer. It's one of the two easiest things to pick.
Right, right. And you being a person that is both, how does that make you feel in your day-to-day actions?
I wish a bitch would. But honestly, that's because I'm grown. I've been doing this for a good 30 years, so I've learned how to move. But I have my own set of skills, and not everyone else is built like that.
Right.
What was the question again?
It was, what are some problems that they may face privately and publicly?
Discrimination. Mm-hmm. That's really what it boils down to. Discrimination, homophobia, biphobia, transphobia. Just the lack of understanding and society still being so hung up on that being gay or trans or anything other than straight is somehow an issue. Which, the question is why? Ask yourself, why is this an issue?
Right.
Because last time I checked, I get up, I brush my teeth, I go to work, I pay my bills, I do everything a normal person does. I'm just gay.
I don't understand people's infatuation with who other people have sex with. Like, if you're not having sex with them, why do you care who they have sex with?
Because of the children, which I still don't understand because I'm not...
Children shouldn't be having sex.
Right, right. But I think a lot of times there's this preconceived notion that, oh, if a kid sees another guy kissing, so the Buzz Lightyear phenomenon, everyone's like, oh, they see two girls kissing. Our kids. What? Okay, your kids are seeing two women kissing. I grew up watching Disney. Tell me how I'm so gay if I grew up watching men and women kiss.
Right, right. It's just the phobia, like you said, it's the fear.
Which I don't get, which...
It's beyond us.
I don't know. I'm goop, flabbergasted, gag, gotten. I don't know where it stems from, but it's some bullshit.
Okay. On another note, so how do you think, or what do you think can make the upbringing of a queer child better?
Support, affirmation, representation. Because as we all know, you don't know you're different until someone tells you you're different.
Amen.
And it's knowing that people are behind you who love you and care for you and support you, get you through those difficult times. So I know one of my favorite teachers in middle school, Miss Edwards. Hi.
Hey, Miss Edwards.
She just treated me like a person. She didn't treat me differently. It's just out of everyone there, she was the one person who didn't treat me differently. And like, let's be honest, it wasn't hard to tell.
Right.
And then representation. I was watching Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and this is when it hit me. Titus Andromedon. He just did his stuff, and it resonated with me because I reflected with that character. Just because he was out loud, I'm loud.
Right.
It made sense.
Right.
And so it showed me, oh, hey, it's okay to be this way.
Right.
People may say, oh, you're really flamboyant. And let's be honest, I'm kind of stereotypical for a gay person.
Right.
But that's not, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
And for all the people who be like, oh, well, why don't you try to blend in or be masculine? 1, I can't. 2, I'm lazy, so I'm not going to. 3, why would I want to? And 4, and this is for the mass gays who feel some sort of way about us little homosexual fairies flying around.
Okay.
We did the heavy lifting. We put in the work. We got bullied and attacked so you could live a comfortable life. I just need to get on that high horse real quick.
Okay.
The spirit talk to me. Woo, woo, it's coming out. Shots, bang, bang.
All right, Chandler, we got the second to last question. And that is, what outlets are there for queer children in the community, or queer people in general? What outlets are there for them?
Well, there's local parks to go on walks, play, swing, live your normal best life. But honestly, finding other groups of queer kids. I feel like I should have a list of resources, but I don't. Just online, if anything. There's plenty of groups on Facebook for parents of queer kids. If you need help, hey, I think my kid is queer. What do I do?
Right.
Love them. But yeah, there's plenty of resources online. Google is your friend.
Okay. And also for anybody feeling some type of way or wanting to harm themselves or self-harming themselves, there's always the suicide hotline. If you feel like you can't talk to anybody, or if you feel like it's getting that drastic for you, your life matters, you matter. And you should definitely call that suicide hotline so somebody can tell you that you matter.
And honestly, is there even a better reason to live just to piss people off? The power of petty is what gets me through.
Okay.
Someone hates that I'm alive and I don't care, and that makes me feel good.
Hey, Cat Williams said if you don't got haters, then you're not doing your job.
I mean, shit, give me a reason to live just to spite you.
You can sit back there and act like my dreads ain't cute, but they are. All right, and lastly, Chandler, I have a question for you. And It is, what advice do you have for any queer kids that are not accepted by their environment, the people in their environment?
So these are one of those times where I stop and reflect on me as a child and what did I want? I wanted love and support, and I didn't have that. But what I did have was me and my own will to live and survive and fight. Because I wasn't going to let no one take that from me.
Right.
I knew things were going to get better, and things may be at the lowest. And I'm not going to say that's not the case, because shit gets low. But sometimes you just got to stick it out and get there.
Okay, Chandler, is there anything else that you would like to say or anything else you'd like to talk about?
So something that you can answer to as a mom. Back when I was a kid, June wasn't Pride Month. That it was, but not to the corporate level.
Right.
Now knowing that like June is Pride Month, yay, every June it is what it is.
Right.
For you as a mother, knowing that your kid growing up is just going to be like, oh, June is for the queers, what do you feel about that?
That's a good question. I feel that I personally, when I grew up, June was definitely not Pride Month. I'm a 98 baby, so.
Yeah.
But I feel like for her growing up, that would be something that she'll be able to see. And if she does feel like if she ever is gay or wants to come out as queer, whatever, then it'll be kind of easier for her than the people in the past. I definitely don't like that they just put a month on it. They don't put a month for white history. They don't put a month for male history. But we have a history month for Black History Month. We have June is queer month. So I feel like it should be something that is more year-round than something that is just given a month to appreciate. But I am glad that we are stepping in a direction. It's a positive direction.
Okay, that's all I have.
Chandler, I feel like that was great advice for the queer kids. I really thank you for coming on the show today and educating us on the queer community, okay? Because I did date a girl, but I don't necessarily consider myself part of the queer community.
And that's fine.
I feel like I don't have the expertise. I do got a little sugar in my tank.
Oh.
But I just want to thank you for coming on the show.
Welcome.
I'm really, really happy to have you here. And with that being said, that will wrap up this episode of Black Mama Muse. Hey, we will not have a What's Tea Sis segment this week. I did not get to look. I am sorry, guys. But it will be there on the next episode. I promise. I got y'all. But with that being said, make sure that y'all check in and email me at blackmamamuse@gmail.com. Y'all can follow me on Twitter at _AREAL_. And y'all can message me or anything like that on Anchor. Y'all can leave a review on Apple Podcasts. There are multiple ways for you to get in touch with me. And do that. I don't bite. I'm not going to hurt you. You know, come on.
Be good people.
And with this is our first video episode that we have finished. And it is on YouTube once again. So search Black Mama Muse and it is on YouTube now. So thank y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next episode.
Hey.
Peace. Bye-bye. We need videos to see where we're at and shit like that. So, you feel good right there?
Yeah.
You gotta relax. You wanna drink? You wanna take a drink?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get a drink.